Welcome back, 47. Your targets are two members of Liberation, a doomsday cult planning an attack in Bangkok. Specifically, cult leader Oybek Nabazov and his second-in-command, Sister Yıldız. The client, a reclusive millionaire operating under the codename Loxley, has provided evidence that the cult is planning to unleash a bioweapon somewhere in the city. Masquerading as a self-help group, the cult is at the Hitman Hotel, hosting an art exhibition entitled A Study of Life, Death and Rebirth, viewed through the lens of atrocity. Chilling when you consider their plan. Additionally, I have learned that a small group of potential cult recruits is present, which may provide an opportunity to infiltrate. I'm worried about this, 47. The cult plan is in its final stages. The sooner we disrupt it, the better. I shall leave you to prepare.
Hello community, welcome to the Bangkok Patient Zero Sound Assassin's only for Patient Zero, the campaign. This is the lore I'm currently bringing with me. And very quickly, just before we get into the actual guide itself, I just want to talk about some things because I know some of you have questions. Mainly the main question I've sort of seen the most is about the Mendoza 100% competition review. That I have it planned for probably next week is when you're gonna get it. So it's not gonna be this week, no shot this week, but next week you're gonna get it at some point. And again, 100% competition review is very, very difficult. It takes a long time. Not only do I have to beat it 100% competition the first time, but then I have to go back and record all of the challenges and everything else. So it takes a very long time, all the mastery unlocks. It's the one video that just takes an enormous amount of time and effort to put together is 100% competition review. So just keep that in mind. It does take a while. It's not an easy thing to do. So because of that, I am taking my time, and next week we should have it. But right here, as you can tell, the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna wait for this particular guy. We need him to open the door. Basically, the male target, he makes his way in this particular room, which means that not only do we need to make our way into this room first, but we need to clear out all the NPCs. And we're gonna grab that keycard to allow us to get in and out of these rooms. In Bangkok, keycards are very important because first of all, they're rare, and second of all, it's very difficult to maneuver without them in most places. Unless you have like a sniper or something, you're able to shoot doors in, but that doesn't even work all the time as well. And right here, we're just gonna wait for this guy to walk away, right there to the laptop. And here, confidence is the key. Just look at the guard and be confident. Just get your way around here. It's very important. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put coins. Now, you don't have to put coins. This is basically just in case, and you're gonna see why. She's gonna make her way in here, and we're gonna pick a boor. I know it was a little fast, but basically that's what you do. You make your way to the door and you pick a booker in. And as you can tell, sometimes she's gonna walk in a little bit further, so you're gonna be able to kill her immediately, and other times she won't. But right there, we're gonna get the kill. We don't need to hide the body. This is safe. No one's gonna enter here. But if for any reason, for example, she didn't go where she did for me, like she doesn't go all the way into the room, she will see the coins, and then she will make her way to the coins, and that will get us the kill that way. So this is just in case, an alternative, right? But right there, walk right next. This is a trespassing area, but this guy's not gonna spot you. You can just basically run right through him. And right here, this is where we're gonna wait for our final target, which is the male target, Oybek Nabazov. He's gonna make his way into this particular room. And also, I hope you enjoy the cutscenes. Patient Zero, this is probably the best overall DLC when it comes to story. You know what I mean? When it comes to getting like bonus story missions. All the missions feel very unique, very different from their original counterparts. The cutscenes, in my opinion, are gorgeous. The song, the music used, the cinematics, very, very well done. I'm a big fan of the way they've put together this DLC. A bit of a shame we never get another one like this. Of course, we would get the special assignments in Hitman 2, which I already covered. But they were a far cry from Hitman 1's DLC. They really weren't the same thing. But anyways, he's gonna make his way into this room. And right there, we're just gonna wait a little bit. He's gonna get on the phone and the guard is gonna walk away. So we're just gonna be a little bit patient right there. He's gonna start walking away. And basically, as soon as the guard comes over here, we can knock him out. Take out the fiber or whatever you got. You can do a pistol as well, whatever elimination you want. And with that, we have both targets down, and all we have to do is exit. And from my personal belief, I should say, they haven't, as you can tell, I'm making my way right now to my room, because I was thinking, there is an extra exit that they've added to Bangkok. There's an exit on the left side of the map that isn't present in Patient Zero. So, as you can tell, you can't see the exit, but basically the exit is right where the garden is on the left side. That's usually where the exit is, but it's not available right now. You have the 2 original exits only. And but anyways, this is how you do Bangkok. It's very, very simple. You just need some confidence, honestly. Just sort of get things done, get in there. Don't wait around too much, because as long as you're paying attention to the guard, most of the time you're gonna be fine. You're not gonna get spotted. You don't need to worry about it. These are how the targets work. They're not horrible targets by any means. They're not that difficult. But at the same time, they're nowhere near easy. This is not an easy mission. I say a lot of missions are easy, but this isn't particularly easy. I would say this is more of a medium difficulty, depending on who you are. Of course, there are multiple ways to do it, but here it is, Sound Assassin's Youth only, and after the cutscene, I'll see you back in Sapienza.
Diana here. Listen closely. We've got an emergency on our hands. I'll have to brief you en route.
Improvisation is part of the craft. Go on.
When we eliminated the targets in Bangkok, it appears we misjudged what the cult was capable of. I misjudged it.
This should be interesting.
Yes. Well, I'm afraid eliminating Nabazov activated a ring of sleeper agents. My current theory is that the network signal spike in Bangkok was a go signal, something automated.
A kill switch? Who are the targets?
So far, we've identified 2 cult members meeting in Sapienza to exchange a viral weapon. Something, and I quote, apocalyptic. The client asks us to eliminate them both and extract the weapon.
Very well. Give me the details.
Your first target is Craig Black, renowned author of the Cassandra Snow franchise. He's hosting a late-night book reading in the Sapienza Church, a VIP event, invitation only. His publisher has spared no expense, so expect on-site security. The second target is Brother Akram. Intercepts indicate they will meet at the stroke of midnight to hand over the viral weapon. It is highly likely that Craig Black will leave Sapienza once he has the weapon. Plan accordingly. The client requires that you retrieve the weapon. Intel indicates it's small and easily moved, but be careful with it. A pickup team will be ready when you extract. I've uploaded the rest of the information. Let me know what you need, and I'll make sure it's ready when you arrive.
And we're back again in Sapienza, this time taking place at night for the Altar, which is Chapter 2. Here's the loadout. As you can tell, very simple loadout, Faberwar pistol coin. And I know I've already shown you a method how to do this for the explosive pen, but this is a different method. This is a completely different way you can do this. I would not repeat the same thing. I'm not going to show you the same exact guide twice, obviously. This is how to do it Faberwar, and it's just as simple, if not even more simple. This particular mission, I like this mission, and I'll tell you why. It's not necessarily difficult, but at the same time, you do have your options. You know, it's not a mission where there's just one way to go and one way to do things. There are multiple different sort of ways you can play around with things, and I do like that. And right there, right where the alligator is, or crocodile, I'm not sure, right there we're gonna throw a coin and we're gonna knock this guy out, right? So that's the first thing, right there, you see him. Right next to the staircase. Then we're gonna throw another one in the corner. And in the original explosive pen video, you saw me using a tranquilizer. The reason I'm not using a tranquilizer this time is because we need our pistol. Our pistol is actually very important in setting up the second kill. And you'll see how in just a moment. Right there, there's a crowbar. We're gonna break this door open. We don't have a lockpick. We don't have a place for a lockpick. Of course, if you don't care about Faberwar, you can get a lockpick. It doesn't matter. But you don't need it. I mean, as you can tell, a crowbar is gonna do just enough of a job. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna give you any advantages, the lockpick. Right there, he's gonna make his way in. We're gonna wait a little bit for him to get in. And as soon as he gets in, turns his back, we're gonna get him from there. We're gonna garrote him and hide the body. I'm not sure if you have to hide it, but better safe than sorry. Make sure to hide the body. And right there, take the virus. And from there, we're gonna swap to our pistol and we're gonna shoot the bell. Right there, shoot it one time. That's what we need to do to get the other guy, who's Craig Black, to exit from the church and make his way into the graveyard. And you're gonna see how we're gonna pick him up. This is very easy. I'm surprised like how fast I was able to come up with this particular route. But this is both simple and it's gonna work like every single time. Very, very cool. But basically, we're gonna have just enough time to make our way there. We don't have to rush. We're gonna have maybe 10 to 15 extra seconds. So it's not like we're gonna rush, but at the same time, we're not gonna wait around too long. And all we need is either a coin or some other distraction. I think a coin is better because you want him to pick it up, because that's gonna distract him. While he's picking it up, it's gonna give you some free time. and right there he's gonna start walking towards us, and we just chill. And you want to throw the coin right into the corner, right next to the garbage can. That's when you want to throw it. So right there, you see the garbage can, right next to it is where you want to throw the coin. And you're gonna see in just a moment as he exits. As soon as he goes through the door, I'm gonna throw the coin right here. I'm gonna leave the coin down. I'm gonna make my way down crouched, and I'm just gonna take cover right here, right? And I'm gonna position myself in a way that I can scale. This is very important. So he's gonna come over here, and as soon as he shows up, I'm gonna scale behind him and garrote him. His bodyguard will never look towards us. His bodyguard will look in the exact opposite direction, because originally they're heading to the graveyard, and you can tell his bodyguard goes directly towards the graveyard. He never looks towards him, as long as you're quick in getting the kill, so don't wait around. As soon as he makes his way past you, get up and kill him. You're gonna have about 5 to 6 maybe seconds, which is plenty of time in this game. And you should be able to just get the kill, and then from there the guard is just gonna walk straight into the graveyard. No one's gonna get spotted, and you're gonna get a Silent Assassin, Sir Only Farboar for Sapienza for Patient Zero. This is how you do it. It's a simple enough mission, it's a cool mission. Sapienza at night is absolutely it's both good looking, but it's also very mysterious. In my opinion, it's a very good, very well done mission. And yeah, this is how you do it. So I'll see you in Colorado. Oh boy.
So, Colorado next.
That's correct, 47. ICA Intel has just confirmed the exact coordinates of the US-bound signal from Nabazov's dead man's trigger. It's remote.
Sounds perfect.
Quite. We've borrowed an NSA satellite, and so I'm looking at the location now. It appears to be some kind of paramilitary compound, but intel is limited. However, we do have a positive ID on another of Nabazov's disciples, a medical doctor with a live sample of the Nabazov virus.
Small place for a dispersal. Maybe just a test.
Or an act of desperation. We cannot allow this to spread, 47. I'm uploading a full briefing to your laptop. Review as soon as you can. All right, 47. Your primary target is medical doctor and radical cultist Bradley Payne. Intel confirms that Payne has already infected a number of unsuspecting militia operatives with the Nabazov virus. Initial examination of the virus show it to be incredibly infectious and utterly lethal. Fortunately, there is no indication that the virus has spread beyond the compound. However, in order to prevent any contagion, Payne must be eliminated, along with any infected mercenaries. To remove the risk of exposure to the virus, we're recommending you go long range for this one. I will be providing intel upon touchdown, identifying targets for you once you've set up your sniper nest. Good luck, 47.
And we're back in Colorado, good lord almighty. Okay, at least this is a sniper mission, it's not that bad. It's actually kind of fun. I'm just joking, this is a good mission, and I'll show you why it is kind of fun. First things first, shoot right there. We're just gonna distract these two guards, and then immediately take down the main target. Well, I missed, but it doesn't matter, we're gonna take him down, hide the body. Now, the reason you're doing this is because this mission is difficult enough on its own. You don't need a main target walking around trying to track him and then a secondary target that you don't know who it is. So just do what I showed you, kill the main target immediately, and then you can fully put 100% of your attention into whichever target Diana is guiding you towards. This is just a much better way to do it. So again, one guard, the other guard, distract them both and then take care of it. And right there you're gonna see, she told me what I needed to do. I made another distraction and straight into the bushes. And for those of you who love the sniper maps like I do, I love the sniper maps, this is gonna be very easy, probably. For the simple reason that there's a lot of early elements of the sniper maps in these particular, this is basically their experiment for the Hitman 2 sniper maps. So it feels very comfortable for me to play it, but if you're not someone who plays those maps regularly, you may struggle at first. In my personal opinion, it's a good change of content, it's good changing things up, but right there, just look at the instructions and just do your best to figure out who it can be. And sometimes it's very difficult because she will tell you a clue, but at the time no one is really doing what you're being told, you know what I mean? She's gonna tell you he's paranoid. How do you figure that out? How do you know what a paranoid person even looks like most of the time? Like, you're just looking around, you don't even know what you're looking for. Like, that's the biggest problem. You're just looking around, you don't even know what am I even looking for, you know? So it can be a bit harsh. But right there, I just took a chance, and I'm gonna be brutally honest, that was just a chance. I was just like, this guy just, he's the only one who fits all the descriptions, so he's the one I'm gonna go after, and I took the chance and I got the kill. But yeah, we got that done, only 2 targets to go, and this is one of those missions, there's no saves. So be careful, like make your choices very, very carefully. Make sure you're really either sure, or if you're gonna take a chance, you know, go for it, and just know that there's a high probability of failure in this mission. Even if you're doing what you're told, there is a high probability of something going wrong, so just keep that in mind. But anyways, limping, we see that, play chess, we see there's a chessboard right there. So we're able to sort of be like, okay, this guy's limping, he's playing chess. He sort of fits everything, right? So I'm just gonna be a little patient, I'm gonna wait, because there's 2 guards at the same time, right? And I don't want to kill both of them, because that's gonna kill my Silent Assassin. So instead, I'm just gonna be a little bit patient. I already know who my target is, it's the limping guy next to the chessboard. So right there, this is a very, very easy way to get him. 1 shot, he's gonna come close to it. And the 2nd shot is gonna get me the kill. 1 target to go. Now, here's where it can be a little bit tricky, because at any moment they can just start running away from you. Like, it's a bit difficult. Yeah, you can tell, immediately he starts escaping. There's no real reason, he just starts running away, right? So this can be a bit of a problem, and if this happens to you, just try to shoot him in a position where maybe even if the body gets found, you're gonna be able to exit before it gets found, you know what I mean? Just someplace where it buys you enough time just to get out of the mission. So right there, I see, it's a bit of a tricky spot, but I see there's a chance, so I'm just gonna sort of lunge for it and I'm gonna get it, and immediately I'm gonna exit. I'm just like, okay, I'm not sticking around, I'm out. And this will get it done, so just keep that in mind. Shoot a little bit in front. When you see a running target, shoot a little bit in front of them, okay? So you want to shoot maybe a couple of, it's difficult to say, but maybe like 2 to 3 people's lengths in front of them in order to get the kill. And with that, we're done. We're off to Hokkaido.
Good work in Colorado, 47. I hope you've managed to get some sleep on your trans-Pacific flight.
I'm fine.
As always. Well, as you've guessed, you're en route to Japan. We've intercepted a memo indicating that local authorities have detained a man suspected of carrying an infectious disease and shipped him off to a medical facility further north.
Another cult operative.
That has been confirmed, yes. But even better. We believe this man is the one responsible for the development of the virus itself. His last known whereabouts match the final set of coordinates set by Nabazov's dead man's trigger. It appears he was headed for Sydney, Australia, but his arrest put a stop to that.
That was fortunate.
Luck has little to do with it. Passengers noticed him performing some sort of religious ritual in the airport lounge and got nervous. Police detained him for further questioning when he started showing signs of illness. Standard protocols kicked in, and he's now en route to Hokkaido. The mission briefing will be available for review in a few moments. You have 2 targets. First, Owen Cage, the rogue viral researcher responsible for the weaponization of the Nabazov virus. Cage was moved to the Hokkaido Gamma facility by Japanese authorities. All evidence indicates that he infected himself, intending to become Patient Zero. He is currently being kept alive in isolation by your second target, Klaus Liebleed. An Ether Corporation scientist, Dr. Liebleed is trying to extract as much information about the virus as possible before Owen Cage dies. We cannot allow Ether to succeed in reverse engineering the virus and profiting from it. Your task is simple, 47. Contain the virus by eliminating Cage and Liebleed. Whatever happens, the Nabazov virus must be destroyed. We must contain it here, no matter the cost. I'll leave you to prepare.
And of course, finally, we are in Hokkaido for the actual Patient Zero mission. Most of you probably already know my opinion on this particular mission. I've made my feelings clear, very, very clear in my video. But here's the loadout I'm currently bringing with me. And yes, this is a difficult mission, but at the same time, the guide I'll show you will simplify the mission a lot, because even shoot only will not be that difficult if you just follow some of the instructions here. The main problem I have with this map is, the main problem I just have even with the regular mission is the extremely tight corridors overfilled with security. They've been overfilled even more in this particular mission. However, we will take care of that very soon. So we're just gonna wait here, first of all, for those 2 guys to exit. Then make sure to hug the wall to the left. There's a table there. We're gonna hug it. Make sure we're close to it. And then right there, we're gonna throw it. Switch shoulders to throw that. it's gonna make the throw a lot easier if you switch shoulders. So just make sure, swap shoulders, throw it, and then immediately we're gonna kill the main target, Owen Cage, with the pistol. Well, technically there's 2 main targets, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna kill him, and we're gonna hide the body. And I love the logic that you're gonna get infected with the virus if he's alive, but as soon as you kill him, then you don't get infected anymore. I mean, it's not the most realistic, but who would have thought that Patient Zero in Hitman would become an actual realistic thing in 2020? It became very realistic. But even now, I mean, even now you can feel the effects of it. Anyway, so one by one, we just want to sort of lure these guys over here because they're patrolling up and down, and with them out, we really can't move around at all. Like, they are everywhere. They're so overcrowded with just guards and everything else. We have to sort of get rid of them one by one. We just cannot allow them to get in the way, because otherwise we just cannot move through this particular place. And as you can tell, I've placed a coin right in front of the wardrobe, so that way I can easily exit out of this door and not get spotted from their periphery's vision. You know what I mean? It just makes it a little bit easier. If you were to throw a coin a little bit earlier than that, you may have to catch them on the way out as they're exiting. But right there, this guy's gonna make his way into the bathroom, and I'm gonna throw a coin to get him a little bit deeper in there. And I'm gonna take him out as well. It's quite a few takedowns, but it's necessary. You have no choice. For this particular mission, takedowns are necessary, especially if you're doing suit only. But even with disguises, there's so many enforcers, you have to be careful when it comes to that. But right there, as soon as the security guard walks away, you can just run right through here. This is plenty safe, you're not gonna get spotted. We're gonna use our tool to get into this particular room. Make our way through. Make sure again, stick to the left. We're gonna make our way through. We're gonna use it again. And make sure the doctor is exactly where he is for me, because as soon as we start choking this guy out, he will hear it. And you can also do this with a coin. You can throw a coin distraction on the table, right where I showed you. He's the only one who's gonna hear it. He's gonna come check it out himself. So there's multiple different ways you can get him in this particular room. And right there, we're gonna snap his neck, and that's it. That's the mission taken care of. I'm gonna hide the body just in case, because again, I don't want to take any risks, especially on this particular mission being what it is, being a zombie fest, basically the zombie version of Hitman. And here's the deal, I understand why they did this. I understand they wanted to do something a little bit more different. They wanted to do a zombie mission for Hitman, where you can like kill everybody and there's infections and all those things, and it's an interesting mission. My biggest problem is, again, just the map itself of Hokkaido is so small and so thin and so difficult to maneuver. Overfilling it with NPCs is probably not the smartest decision if you want to have a stealth mission. Especially because it's so lacking when it comes to maneuverability. Like, if you had some alternative routes, I wouldn't mind it as much. But you don't. You really don't have that many alternative routes. You can't get through the morgue to save your life. The way they've positioned the NPCs, it's almost impossible. I mean, everybody's looking at every direction. It is excruciatingly difficult down there, which is why I avoid it at all cost. But anyways, we're gonna make our way. This is the exit we're gonna take. This is the safest exit possible. And we're almost done. It's about 4 minutes is how much it's gonna take you. And all you have to do is just be confident and get the takedowns done quickly. As you can tell, I wasn't gonna wait. I was like, okay, enough is enough. I have this soda, I'm just gonna use it anyways. This is it, we're done. Sound Assassin, suit only for Hokkaido's Patient Zero. I hope you enjoyed. I will also show you the final sort of cutscene that you get when you complete it, which is gonna come up any moment now. So enjoy, thank you very much for being here. Subscribe for more content, drop a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
I finished the final operations report for the client.
And the weaponized virus?
Destroyed. I supervised it. This was a close-run thing, 47. Nabazov's plan was brilliant.
This is beyond the work of a cult. This is tradecraft.
Indeed. Of course, as far as the ICA is concerned, the contract is closed.
Sounds like you have some work ahead of you before I get involved. I have to go. I've acquired the target.